Dear students, welcome you all to this online class. And my today's class is for the newly admitted students of class 11 under the session 2020-21. And this is a class on your English first paper. And you know, my dear students, this is going to be our second class on English first paper. I have already completed my first class on this paper, and in that class, my dear students, I discussed the syllabus that you are going to have on English first paper. I also showed you the question pattern and how marks are distributed in English first paper. And in my today's class, my dear students, I'm going to read a lesson from the textbook. You know, for English first paper, you are prescribed a textbook by the board, and it is very essential to read the textbook very carefully to do well in English first paper. And you know, the book is divided into different units. More specifically, I can say you will have 15 units in your textbook, and in each unit, you will have several lessons. And these lessons deal with very popular themes taken from our uh, practical life. So I think you are going to enjoy this textbook very much. And in my today's class, my dear students, I will read a lesson from Unit 1. Actually, in this class, I will read Unit 1, Lesson 2. I have already finished Lesson 1 from Unit 1. And on that lesson, I have taken two classes, and those two classes have been preserved in our official Facebook page. So, dear students, I will suggest you to visit the page and watch those two classes. And in my today's class, my dear students, let's start reading Unit 1, Lesson 2. And you know, my dear students, I always present my classes with the help of slides. And once again, my today's class, I'm going to present my today's class with the help of slides. So, dear students, let's move and start our today's class. Here you can see our today's lesson. It is Unit 1, Lesson 1. Actually, dear students, it is Lesson 2. I am reading from the older version, but in the latest version, it is Lesson number 2. And what's the title? It is Nelson Mandela from Apartheid Fighter to President. So, from the title, from the very title, my dear students, you can guess we are going to read about Nelson Mandela. But before starting the lesson, let's have a look at the pictures on the page. You can see here 4 pictures. And can you recognize the man in the pictures? First of all, it is Nelson Mandela, about whom we are going to read here in this lesson. And then it's a very popular picture. It is the picture of our national poet Kazi Nazrul Islam. And the third picture may be the great man, the learned man, Dr. Muhammad Shahidullah, a famous person in literature. And last of all, we can see the picture of Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. So the men in the pictures are very famous. They are very famous in their own fields, and people all across the world respect them. Now, move on to the today's lesson. It is about Nelson Mandela, as I have already told you. And before reading, let's do some warm-up activity. That means students should discuss among themselves about the pictures. Why? Who are the men in the pictures? Why are they famous? And they will do this only to prepare themselves for the lessons they are going to read. And dear students, let's start reading the text about Nelson Mandela. So let's move forward. Actually, you can see the lesson we are going to read, and at the very outset of the lesson, you can see Reuters. Actually, Reuters is the name of an international news agency based in London. And here in this lesson, you will have a news report on Nelson Mandela. And the report was published on 15 December 2013 from Johannesburg, the South African city. Let's start reading. Maybe I'm not going to read the entire text today. I will just read a part of the lesson and explain it to you. Let's start. Nelson Mandela guided South Africa from the shackles of apartheid to a multiracial democracy. Dear students, this is Nelson Mandela, who led South Africa, who actually liberated South Africa from the shackles of apartheid, and Nelson Mandela led South Africa to the way of multiracial democracy. He established democracy in South African society as an icon of peace and reconciliation. That means Nelson Mandela is regarded as a symbol of peace and reconciliation who came to embody the struggle for justice around the world. That means people around the world know Nelson Mandela as an emblem of justice or as a symbol of justice. Imprisoned for nearly 3 decades for his fight against white minority rule. That means Nelson Mandela spent nearly 3 decades. That means 30 years. 10 years, a decade includes actually 10 years. So 3 decades means 30 years. Nelson Mandela spent nearly 30 years behind the bar. He was put in the jail. Why he was put in the jail? Because he fought against white minority rule. You know, my dear students, the word apartheid. What does the word apartheid mean? It is very essential to know the meaning of this word. The word apartheid means actually it was a black law. It was a political system in South Africa in which black people were treated, were not given their due rights. The white people ruled the country. They enjoyed all kinds of political rights, but the black people or other people were denied their due rights. That is apartheid, and it was a black law. It was a very cruel law, and Nelson Mandela fought against this cruelty of the white people. And for that, he had to spend long 30 years, 3 decades in the jail. Mandela never lost his resolve. Though Mandela was tortured violently, he had to suffer violent sufferings. Still, he never lost his resolve to fight for his people's emancipation. That means Nelson Mandela was very much determined to gain freedom or to bring about emancipation for the people of his country, especially for the black people who were subjugated, who were tortured by the white minority rulers. He was determined to bring down apartheid while avoiding a civil war. His prestige and charisma helped him win the support of the world. That means Nelson Mandela fought against the black law of apartheid, but at the same time, he was very much aware so that there did not create any civil war and disrupt the peaceful atmosphere of the society. So he was a very considerate fighter, and he was very uh, cautious about all these situations of South African society while he was fighting against apartheid. His prestige and charisma helped him win the support of the world, and he had a great personality. He had a powerful personality which actually impressed the entire world, and for that, he gained the support of the people all across the globe. I hate race discrimination most intensely and in all its manifestations. This is a quotation from Nelson Mandela. What is he saying here in these lines? I hate race discrimination. That means Nelson Mandela was dead against racism. He hated racism in all its manifestations. That means in all its forms. That means Nelson Mandela did not like race discrimination or racism. Rather, he hated this emotion, or he hated this culture. I have fought it all during my life. I will fight it now and will do so until the end of my days. That means he was against racism all throughout his life. He fought against it, he will fight against it, and he will do so till the last moment of his life. It also shows Nelson Mandela's position against racism. Mandela said in his acceptance speech on becoming South Africa's first black president in 1994, when Nelson Mandela was made the president of South Africa, the first black president of South Africa, just at that moment, at that time, he uttered these lines. He uttered, or Nelson Mandela clarified his position against racism. The time for the healing of the wounds has come. That means because of this mentality of the South African people, especially the white South African, uh, they did not treat the black people uh, well. They did not have any emotion for the sufferings of the black people, and there was a great gap between the black people and the white people. And this is the time Nelson Mandela is saying, this is the time when we should uh, recover all these shortcomings. We should uh, build up a bridge between the black people and the white people. We should shorten the gap between the black people and the white people. That is why he is saying the time for the healing of the wounds has come. The moment to bridge the chasms that divide us has come. So, once the black people and the white people were divided, they were on very bad terms. But it is the time when we should bring about a kind of reconciliation between the black people and the white people. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. That means we have uh, put an end to the black law of apartheid, and we have become successful to establish a multiracial democracy in South African society. It is actually our political emancipation. In 1993, Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, an honor he shared with F.W. de Klerk, the white African leader who had freed him from prison 3 years earlier and negotiated the end of apartheid. And for his fight for the rights of the black people, or for his fight against the black or cruel law of apartheid, Nelson Mandela was awarded Nobel Prize in Peace, and it was in 1993. And what is interesting is that Mandela shared this prize with a white African leader, that is F.W. de Klerk. It also suggests that Nelson Mandela does not bear any grudge against the white people. Rather, he wants to stay with them in the same society. He longed for equal uh, position or equal existence of the black people and the white people. Mandela went on to play a prominent role on the world stage as an advocate of human dignity in the face of challenges ranging from the political repression to AIDS. So, actually, in the world stage, Nelson Mandela played a very significant role. He was not only an apartheid fighter, he was not only the first black president of South Africa, he was he did many other things. He was an advocate of human dignity against all types of challenges. And these challenges actually range from political repression to AIDS. So you can guess the towering personality of Nelson Mandela, how he fought for the rights of the black people, not only in South Africa, but also the oppressed all across the globe. This is the greatness of Nelson Mandela. So, dear students, I am going to stop here. And but before closing my uh, today's class, I would like to show you uh, some important words uh, that we have read up to this point, and it is very essential to know the meaning of these words. Unless you know the meaning of these words, it will not be possible to understand the text very clearly. So I will show you some difficult words or important words, and I will also explain the words to you so that you can understand their meaning. So, dear students, to uh, see the important words, let's move to other slides. Dear students, here in this lesson, you can see some important words I have taken from the text up to which I have read. Uh, First of all, apartheid. What is apartheid? I told you that apartheid is a black law, and if you read these lines, you will see what apartheid actually is. A political system in South Africa in which only white people had full political rights. Only white people had full political rights, and other people, especially the black, were forced to live away from the white people. That is the uh, uh, main theme about the word apartheid. It is a political system that was prevailing in South African society. In this situation, only the white people enjoyed all types of political rights, and the black people were forced to live separately. Then multiracial, that is related to many races. Icon, symbol of a political, symbol of a particular idea or philosophy, that is called icon. Nelson Mandela was an icon of peace and reconciliation. That means Nelson Mandela himself symbolizes the philosophy of peace and reconciliation. Then reconciliation, the process of making two opposite ideas exist together. That means a kind of agreement between two opposite parties. Then embody. Embody means to express or represent an idea. Emancipation, that means freedom from political or social restrictions. Freedom from political or social restrictions. Charisma, powerful personal quality to impress others. And Nelson Mandela had this quality. He had powerful personal quality to impress other people. And actually, the people all over the globe were impressed by the powerful personality of Nelson Mandela. Then manifestation. What is manifestation? It means sign of existence of something. Heal. That means what is heal? Heal means to cure, to put an end to a wound. That is heal. And last of all, chasm. Chasm means a deep crack, a gap, a big difference between two groups of people. This is how, my dear students, you have to pick up the most important words from the text, and uh, you have to know the meaning of those texts, because in this uh, lesson, or from these lessons you will have multiple choice questions, and if you do not know the meaning of these words, it will be difficult for you to do well in multiple choice questions. And once again, unless you know the meaning of the text quite clearly, it might not be possible to answer any other question very effectively. That is why knowing the meaning, or knowing the meaning of the words, is very essential. So, dear students, I hope you will continue reading the text the way I have showed you here in this class. And I'm going to close my today's class and hope to finish the entire text in the next class. So, dear students, hope to join you very soon. And till then, stay home.